All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game, XlorD versus Dise. This game taking place here on Northern Isle. All right, on the bottom left-hand side of the map, we have Dise spawning as the, well, blue Night Elf. On the top right-hand side of the map, well, colors are wrong. We see XlorD spawning as the yellow undead. It is going to be a Death Knight going up against a Demon Hunter as the game already underway. Ancient of War tanking up some of that damage as the Demon Hunter picks up Claws of Attack +4 and is, well, allowing his underlings to take over there. All right, speed and time always, I'm not quite sure what that was about. Speed and the time always a very, very big deal here, and how you spend your time, as we see the Demon Hunter using Immolation to try to quickly clear out these green creep camps. I've said it in the past, anytime you can use Immolation to hit 2 or 3, especially 3 units at the same time, you are really coming out ahead in that experience race. If the Demon Hunter could actually get inside right there and deal quite a bit of damage, as we see a skeletal minion, well, getting caught out in open field, that will get cleaned up easily. All right. Oh, nicely done by XlorD. XlorD in the middle of his animation to try and cast that Death Coil, canceled it, and Dise microing that Wisp purposely detonated it, thinking that the Death Coil was going to be delivered. All right, Demon Hunter coming back around the other side here. Are we going to see some Immolation? Yes, we are. There's some damage, and, well, big damage indeed as the Demon Hunter toggles it on and off, going back and forth. However, the Death Knight is nearby. Is the Death Coil going to find that target there, as we see a low hit point Ghoul being able to escape away? All right, trying to escape with those lower hit point units. There goes one Ghoul, quickly taken down. Demon Hunter gets a mana burn off, now trying to go after the remainder of the units. There goes the Ring of Protection +3, but the Death Knight does not pick it up. It is the Demon Hunter who gets that a little bit of bonus armor. Death Knight looking to clean up the remainder of this Murloc Creek camp, gets up to level 2, tech to tier 2 happening on both sides. We're seeing a second crypt being placed down in addition to the graveyard, so we may be transitioning into gargoyles. Gargoyles heavy harassment early on as the Death Knight now looks to clear out this 5/4/4 creep camp, and it may need some additional mana or something, as the Death Knight has taken quite a bit of damage and is now trying to clear out these creep camps with just skeletal minions, and I think the Rod of Necromancy charges are now done. Tuskar Warrior easily surrounded here by a bunch of skeletal units. Death Knight making use of that opportunity to get away and perhaps try and find where that Demon Hunter is as well. Demon Hunter does have an Ankh of Reincarnation. We're going to see another mana burn on that Death Knight. Death Knight has lost quite a bit of mana at the hands of the Demon Hunter so far, but one thing to remember, the Demon Hunter does not have evasion, and we've seen what happens when the Demon Hunter doesn't have evasion. His survivability goes down significantly later on in the game unless it is retrained. As, well, last Null Warden going to get cleaned up here. Ancient of War already moving out and across. Death Knight looking to perhaps pick up some units. No, is going to go ahead and sell that Scroll of Town Portal, not heading back home to that Tomb of Relics, as we are already teching to tier 3. All right, we're looking at XlorD being very aggressive with that tech to tier 3. Ring of Protection +3 dropped, picked up. What is going on here? What is that last item? Murloc Huntsman will get taken down. Gonna go ahead and use those Wands of Illusion and then make his way out. Gargoyles, a very, very scary unit, especially without a Keeper of the Grove out on the battlefield. We are getting up some Ancient of Lores, but I don't see any Ancient Protectors as of yet. In comes a Naga Sea Witch as well to offer a little bit of help. Perhaps some Forked Lightning would work, as we see a Staff of Teleportation outbound on that Demon Hunter to go after that Death Knight. All right, Gargoyles are in position, ready to harass. They're going to be able to get in some easy damage onto those Wisps, and now perhaps drain these Moonwells, or put pressure on them at least for a little while. Trapper now taking down Ice Troll. Last that is left. No, Ice Trolls last that are left. Ghouls are trying to make their way over, as we are looking at, well, no second hero yet. So Death Knight is still by itself, hasn't even started training up that Lich, as the ghouls are trying to retreat back. a lot of tempo play by the Demon Hunter if he can, well, cold arrow and shut down some of these units. Death Knight, there's another cold arrow right there. Is that ghoul going to get taken down to 25? And it looks like it is going to end up getting, well, hidden in the back here. Meanwhile, Death Knight could be in trouble. Death Knight getting some cold arrows. Demon Hunter trying to chase after as well, as the Death Knight able to escape at 93 hit points, nearly at level 3. Meanwhile, the Gargoyles are looking for some easy targets. Hasn't been able to do that at all, as we're still waiting for the second hero from the Undead. Halls, I think this may be one of the few times we may actually get to Black Citadel, while the Death Knight is still the lone hero. Alright, ghouls trying to slot into position, perhaps cause a bit of missteps for that Demon Hunter. No Nerubian Tower, and the Demon Hunter doesn't want to try and test when that Halls of the Dead will finish upgrading. We are adding some Dryads into the fight here. Plenty of archers on the ground. They do not have that range upgrade yet. Gonna get that improved bows to get that increased range to help deal with those gargoyles. As the gargoyles, as the archers definitely want to outrange those gargoyles before the gargoyles can get in range. Alright, coming back around, 39 supply compared to 39. Both players just trying to test the waters. No one with a real large army as of yet. They're just trying to get into small advantages. Death Knight does get to level 3 off of that Wisp's kill. So Death Knight now at level 3, access to level 2 Death Coil is going to be important, as we're still looking now at Ghoul Frenzy. Alright, we are at Black Citadel. We do not see a third hero being trained. We are getting Ghoul Frenzy now, so we could just have XlorD try and move around with gargoyles and ghouls. This is an interesting call to, for this particular strategy, as perhaps Dise was thinking that, you know what, as long as I have archers, I don't have to deal with those gargoyles as much. Nope. The ghouls are going to be able to get in on that target with that frenzy, and because of the low hit points on the archer coupled with the normal damage against medium armor, well, those ghouls should be able to tear up these archers in a matter of moments. Gargoyles coming back around, perhaps going to be able to shut down this Ancient of War. Just needs a couple of rounds of attack, but well, instead going after some wisps instead. There goes one wisp, there goes another detonation. Off to the north, Death Knight trying to try and test against the Demon Hunter here. We saw, I thought we saw a mana burn or a detonation of some sort, trying to remove, mana from all of these units. Alright, army is a bit split up. Gargoyles need to rejoin with the army of XlorD. Otherwise, the archers and dryads are just going to have absolutely free reign wandering around. Alright, where gargoyles are they going to try and go after these targets here? Nope, going to go ahead and find a wisp right in the backfield and take it down. This 655 creep camp could get cleared up pretty easily, as the obsidian statue working to get in some heals. Still no sign of a second hero. More gargoyles and obsidian statues getting added in once more, as the Death Knight wanting to get to level 5 or level 4, perhaps level 5 quickly. Alright, interesting strategy, trying to get to level 5 on the Death Knight quickly, perhaps before trying to get that second hero, and then allowing the Death Knight to cause a little bit of harassment here. There's the Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch could be in a lot of trouble. Which way is it going? Not quite sure. Tries to double back around, and now going to go ahead and engage here. There's a Drunken Haze. There's a Breath of Fire. Gargoyles going after the Dryads first. Easy pickings, and now going after more Dryads again. There's a Gargoyle for the save, as the Dryad could get bursted down easily again. There's another mana burn onto the Death Knight. Death Knight out of mana, unable to get any more death coils, as gargoyles are now getting picked out from the sky as well. Alright, another gargoyle gets taken down. Demon Hunter's Orb of Venom able to track that target and shut it down. Low hit point ghouls trying to retreat back, but this is an absolute bloodbath. Both sides suffering some big damage there. There's a Staff of Preservation for the save, as the gargoyles are trying to retreat back. Gonna go ahead and use that stone form to offset some of the damage from that Orb of Venom. Death Knight still sitting at level 5 here, so Death Knight with 2 Obsidian statues going up against the majority of this army here, as we see another archer getting taken down. Mana burns are going down heavily as the gargoyles are just hiding off on the side here and now quickly take to the skies, needing to get away. Death Knight with Boots of Speed. He also has an Orb of Corruption. There's that slow poison from that Dryad trying to cause a little bit of separation. Unable to do that as an Acolyte. Well, moving fairly quickly because of that Unholy Aura, but now getting slowed down and taken out by that Dryad again. 41 supply compared to 37. Dise actually a little bit behind on the overall army size as the Death Knight needs to find ways to heal up. We are getting up a Lich now, but it is going to be difficult for that Lich to try and clear out creep camps without the help of the Death Knight. Obsidian statues still wandering around here, keeping close tabs. No one has any expos as of yet. Ancient of War just rooted off in this position, keeping track and keeping tabs of this expo. Now, we have 10 minutes of mining left on the main bases. Panda has gotten up to level 3 Vampiric Aura on that Brewmaster, so he'll be able to heal up a little bit and perhaps lead bears if we do get to Tree of Eternity and get the proper tech. Coming back through Gargoyles, looking to take down. Thank you for the sub, PJ Nom Nom Nom. Looking for some easy sniping again. As the tracker is going to end up getting taken down. Death Knight, Lich looking to work together here. Gargoyles are up in the air. Death Knight wants to be able to burst something. Not going to be able to do it. There's a Death Coil Frost Nova and making it difficult. I think those Gargoyles were purposely on top of the Death Knight to make it difficult to try and micro and land that mana burn. It almost felt like the Demon Hunter was running a little bit too close to the Death Knight to try and hit the target, and ending up finally getting there, but taking a Frost Nova and a Death Coil before getting Staff of Preservation back home. Lich still not on, well, no, the Lich still with no experience whatsoever, wanting to go after some of these perhaps creep camps. Lich does have that Orb of Corruption, and we could be going into an engagement here against that Magnetar Reaver. All right, Death Knight wants to back away. He wants to make sure he doesn't take any experience away from the Lich. Lich now getting close enough right there and will be picking up some big items. That Hood of Cunning, Agility, and Intelligence, as the Death Knight still backing away, as we should be looking at Dark Ritual or Frost Armor for that second ability. Coming back, it seems like Dise is unsure of how to play this particular game right now. He's moving forward. He doesn't have really any real action plan. He did grab a Goblin Shredder and is now getting the Adept training for those Druids of the Claw. Still no Tree of Life that I see, as this difficult creep camp now getting cleared up. Death Knight nearby here. Demon Hunter going to come in from the other side. Who's going to get the experience? Demon Hunter could easily get the experience. Yes, does get the experience there. And Ring of Protection +4 perhaps dropped for the Brewmaster. Dryad's doing a little bit of slow poison damage, trying to cut things off there. There's a Mana Burn onto the Lich. Lich unable to get a Frost Nova. There's a Death Coil. Demon Hunter gonna perhaps try and get in front of that Ghoul, but no such luck. All right, I believe there's still... Oh, no. The Ring of Protection was picked up. Brewmaster, Demon Hunter, Nagasi, which can clear out these creep camps here. And this is an odd situation for your levels. We have a 4-3-3 going up against a 5 level 2. And now that the Demon Hunter... Well, now that all the Night Elf heroes are odd in level, they should be able to put in a lot of pressure. The Death Knight wants to stay nearby to do creeping, but at the same time... to speed up creeping, but at the same time doesn't want to be nearby because it is taking away precious experience away from the Lich, denying level 3. All right, what an odd predicament to be in. Time is of the essence in this game, and he is quite unsure how to progress. All right, we are now going into Frost Worms. Worms with the W-Y-R-M, not W-O-R-M. Yeah. You'd think you know that, except... No, never mind. Never mind. Not gonna go there. Coming back around. Heading back off to the north. Death Knight leading Abominations. Abominations do have Disease Cloud, and that Disease Cloud does take quite a toll on Night Elf units, especially on a go-wide army such as this. If you start applying that Disease Cloud to those units, the damage just seems to stick on them even during Nightfall. They're unable to naturally regenerate their hit points. All right. We're looking at the Frostworm, looking to join in on the battle here. That little bit of magic damage, but more importantly, that little bit of extra slow allows for bonus damage. Maybe he was a Summon Lich when Death Knight was 4. Well, yeah. Lich finally getting up to level 3. Death Knight going to go ahead and clear out the remainder of this Ogre Warrior, of this Magnetar Reaver creep camp. And so... comments back on that solo Death Knight play. Getting that little bit of bonus experience on the Death Knight does definitely help, but at the same time, you getting that Lich early so that the Death Knight and Lich can work together longer are both is a viable option too. We've seen both strategies, and I'm starting to feel like trying to get that Lich out a little bit earlier so that they can work together longer is going to be better. Anyways, that's going to go ahead and get into this arrangement. Gargoyles, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, taking a large amount of damage. You can see a lot happening in the air. Meanwhile, the Frostworms are just trying to engage down, as well as the Dryads are going to be able to easily poke down the Frostworms if all of those Gargoyles are taken down. Both sides still fighting their way through. Ghouls are now trying to reinforce from behind. Ghoul Frenzy, trying to move in here. Dryads are now getting taken down as the Demon Hunter going after the Death Knight. Death Knight, gonna finish off the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter gets bursted down by a Frost Nova, but as the Demon Hunter falls at level 4, Naga Sea Witch forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal at level 4 in order to stay alive. And is there enough mana for a Frost Nova onto that Naga Sea Witch? There is, but not gonna matter very much as it drank a bunch of Moonwell juice. All right, still fighting inside the Night Elf base here, causing a lot of problems. Gargoyles trying to retreat back. Naga Sea Witch trying to fight in here as the Abominations are unable to really get in that much, or get into the proper position. Fork Lightning on the back as well. The trees are alive. The Ancients also causing quite a bit of attacks as the Naga Sea Witch able to escape away at 2 hit points. Down to 1 hit point there. Little bit of damage. The Destroyer finally gets the final shot off, but the Hippogriff is going to go ahead and finish it off there as well. Naga Sea Witch is going to resurrect from that Ankh of Reincarnation, get back into this fight here. Goblin Shredder now taken down. 37 supply compared to 31, as XlorD has access to Animate Dead, but is not going to do that. Instead, going for a level 3 Unholy Aura as that Abomination tries to get away. All right, Lich is still alive here. Death Knight has enough for a big Abomination heal if he needs to. We're seeing some damage onto this Death Coil, trying to finish off the Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch does end up getting taken down. That level 3 Death Coil, living up to its namesake, taking down the Naga Sea Witch at level 4. All 3 Night Elf heroes are out. All right. 30 supply compared to 43. XlorD is in a dominant spot right now, and may try to go for a Dark Ranger or do something as well. Let's take a look. We are getting some reinforcements in Obsidian statues, getting up some additional Crypt Fiends, and even more Obsidian statues as well. All right, gonna cause a little bit of healing here. 43 supply over 70, training up some additional Obsidian statues, and now haunting the gold mine on the northern side. XlorD has a bit of an advantage here, but Dryads quickly scouting out this gold mine that is being haunted. And, the Dryad may be able to, delay it or at least make it very low hit points when the time comes. Crypt Fiends, however, able to push it back. Statues and Heroes are pretty good. Yep. Statues and Heroes are pretty good. Demon Hunter back out here on the battlefield. Death Knight, I'm not quite sure why he isn't landing a big Death Coil on that low hit point Abomination. has plenty of mana to do so. Mana burn from the Demon Hunter has to be a possibility. There's an anti-magic spell. There's a mana burn, as this Abomination may end up getting taken down. No more mana for that Death Knight. This Abomination trying to retreat back down to 56 hit points, down to dead. And, well, that Abomination had a Death Coil ready for it, but well, the Death Knight wanted to go after Dice's Demon Hunter. We'll see if that overcommitment, it continues to be a problem, as we see a Dark Ritual there by the Lich. Lich currently out of mana, as the Dryads are pushing back the other way, and the Ancients are causing a bit of traffic out here on the battlefield. Low hit point Crypt Fiend going to try and retreat, or Dryad trying to retreat back here. No ranged attacks here, as both sides are still engaging. More Demon Hunter mana burn going after these Obsidian statues, and perhaps some of these other units again. Low hit point Druid of the Claw is going to get taken down. No Staff of Preservation. It looks like the Destroyer is on its tail and will be able to finish it off. Meanwhile, the Lich is trying to go up against the Dryads here. The Treants, or the Ancients, are trying to continue to chase more and more, as one Druid of the Claw gets taken down. All right, Druid of the Claw taken down. Units retreating back. Demon Hunter, well, trying to shut it down all of the spells here, as we're going to be looking at a Death Knight. Well, nope, Lich gets the final attack again. All right, Death Knight still pretty much out of mana. Lich does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Orb of Venom still taking a little bit of damage here, as the Death Knight tries to get in between to cause a bit of problems. All right, Haunted Goldmine. It does have one Acolyte currently mining from it. That's a slight economic advantage overall, but not going to amount to very much. Meanwhile, both sides are still fighting their way through here. Lich could end up getting mana burned again. That could be some serious problems. There's some more Obsidian statue, as the Demon Hunter with Boots of Speed trying to close in on that gap. 41 supply compared to 46. Level 6 Death Knight, nearly level 5 Lich. Pretty much one more kill will get the job done, as the main gold mines are now mined out. 23 minutes into this game, gold mines are mined out, and Dise is trying to make sure that this gold mine does not, well, pay for itself at all. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Lich should just turn back around and fight. 7 seconds is a long time here, trying to finish off some of those units. We could see a Staff of Preservation. Low hit point Druid of the Claw. Lich gets up to level 5 and gets mana burn for all that effort. Unable to get off a level 3 Frost Nova, as the Demon Hunter is still coming across. Abomination is coming in to join in on the battle. Naga Sea Witch, the Treants, the Ancients walked all the way to the other side of the battlefield, as the Demon Hunter now going to go ahead and Staff of Teleportation to head back home. Abomination right here going to go ahead and engage. These Ancients are still trying to give chase here. Death Knight low on hit points. Obsidian statues perhaps need a little bit more mana. There's a Death Coil saving up, I believe, the wrong Crypt Fiend. That Crypt Fiend was the one who needed the hit points, as both sides are fighting their way through. Abominations now going after the Ancients of Wind. The Ancients are trying to take down the Acolytes, or perhaps take down that Haunted Goldmine, as we see, well, the Demon Hunter running back in for another mana burn. Demon Hunter could be in trouble trying to retreat back here. Mining here is going to be key, as the Tree of Eternity is also trying to entangle the Goldmine down to the south. Ancients of Wind trying to take down all the Acolytes here. Demon Hunter going to take down another, giving level 5 to the Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch now with, well, what is it going to be? Level 3 Fork Lightning should be able to burst things down if necessary. And who is getting more gold per second? That is the question, as the Ancient of War battling it up against this Abomination. Acolytes should be trying to mine here, trying to stop this Ancient of War from getting in any extra damage. Demon Hunter going to try to slip on in again and cause problems. There's another mana burn there. Death Knight constantly low on mana, unable to launch debilitating Death Coils here, as a Crypt Fiend could get taken down. There is a Staff of Preservation saving the Death Knight. A nice play there, purposely walking the Death Knight directly next to the Demon Hunter to try and get the Death Coil, and then thereby making the travel distance 0, forcing the Staff of Preservation early. All right, little bit of calls there going back and forth. 26 supply compared to 47. Dise still has all of his heroes. We do see some mining down here on the south. Dise has his heroes, 3 heroes, 15 supply, and perhaps a bear and a dryad somewhere out here on the battlefield. 21 supply army compared to XlorD's 43. Quite a drastic difference overall. There's some dryads getting trained up. All right, dryads prancing their way out onto the battlefield. We are still mining away, and Both sides are sitting, well, no, I take it back. XlorD now finally going into low upkeep. There's another mana burn as the Demon Hunter does use a potion of invulnerability, perhaps to try and just rack up a little bit more damage. And, well, there's level 4 now on the Brewmaster. Level 3 Forked Lightning giving level 4 to that Brewmaster, and the Demon Hunter is also a little bit shy of the next level as well. All right, 6 experience shy from level 5. That level 3 mana burn would have been a drastic difference. Death Coil Frost Nova as the Death Knight now finally out of mana, trying to go after that Crypt Fiend. 1 or 2 more shots should do it. One more final shot right there. Get level 5 now on that Demon Hunter. Death Knight trying to slip through here. Demon Hunter has level 3 mana burn. Is it really that much needed, as we could see a mana burn Forked Lightning finishing things off here. Cold Arrows, there's down to 82 hit points. No Forked Lightning, and that Forked Lightning would have been enough damage. Instead, going the Forked Lightning onto the Frostworm, and that's a solo target that doesn't amount to very much. Death Knight still in the back position here. Demon Hunter trying to test the water. There's another mana burn, but as the Forked Lightning Staff of Preservation saves on that Demon Hunter could Staff of Teleportation back as the Abomination down to dead. He gets taken down as the units retreat back again. And Demon Hunter trying to heal back up, but these Moonwells were all dry. Druid of the Claw needs to get trained up for a rejuvenation. All right, a big battle going back and forth. No one really having a clear advantage as of yet. You cannot Staff of Preservation your Ancients. No. I feel like Crota is ready for prime time. Well, I have over a decade's worth of experience, right? So, but doing it for a decade doesn't mean I'm good at it yet. Yes, right? Coming back around, a Demon Hunter getting ready to test here. Perhaps going to get some easy damage onto the Abomination. There's another Forked Lightning, 3 Acolytes down. Constantly, the Naga Sea Witch just trying to shut down the economy. There's a mana burn. There's a Staff of Preservation. Naga Sea Witch now forced to try and retreat back by herself. The Panda does not have a Staff of Preservation, so that means any damage or any slowing onto these units would pretty much be a problem. We are now looking at Dise, who is going to be in trouble as he needs to defend at his Tree of Eternity that is mining a bit of gold. All right, 8,000 gold here, 7,600 here. Both sides are going to get ready to engage. Demon Hunter does have an anti-magic potion. He only has 800 hit points, so Death Coil Frost Nova will take a big chunk out of him as this Tree of Eternity is slowly taking away, or slowly getting chipped away. Perhaps some units are going to get caught in transit. That's what they're waiting for. No, able to pull the army back the other side. Demon Hunter does have a potion of invisibility. Gonna go ahead and start with a mana burn straight up right there. Naga Sea Witch takes the Death Coil Frost Nova brunt. There's the Staff of Preservation transferred to the Brewmaster, and now the Naga Sea Witch needs to get back into this fight. All right, damage getting added up, 45 supply compared to 41. There's some Devour magic there as Crypt Fiends are getting taken down. Naga Sea Witch was, remember, back at the Tree of Eternity, which was at the Expo. That's going to be Naga Sea Witch down as the Death Knight now gets up to level 7. All right, 41 supply compared to 38. Who is coming out on top? There's a rejuvenation now on to the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter able to rejuvenate and also get some additional damage here as there's a Breath of Fire going back the other way, and that is going to be the game. Dise comes away with the victory as he has the larger army, even though he lost his Naga Sea Witch. A great game going back and forth. Death Knight and Lich both got to that level 3 Death Coil and Frost Nova. Dise was able to, well, I don't think Dise was trying to bait his Naga Sea Witch. He was trying to have the Demon Hunter get the mana burn off on the Death Knight, prevent the Death Coil Frost Nova, but, well, in doing so, he presented an opportunity for that Naga Sea Witch to take the majority of that damage. Even though he did get Staff of Preservation, there was no Moonwells nearby, no rejuvenation on the Druid of the Claw. Naga Sea Witch did a calculated risk, became a target, picked off some units with some cold arrows, got taken down, but ultimately helped with the victory in the end as the, well, Panda and the Demon Hunter were able to do their thing with Mana Burn and Breath of Fire. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below.